Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. I can't reach over to make sure that the volume's up because I have Lily on my lap. Oh, here she is. It seemed like she wasn't too happy. She was actually sitting like on the table staring you square in the face. But I've kind of asked her to come down. Okay, let's have a look at the energy today. Divine Feminines, I would really like to speak to you guys. A lot of energy and attention's been put in to the Divine Masculine and their stability. Well, what about the Divine Feminine stability? What's interesting, I mean, I've been speaking to a few people, so I kind of know the lowdown that's going on out there. But Co-Star sent me a message not long ago, 19 minutes ago, and it states, realise that you can handle a lot, but not everything. Okay. Which I resonate with. Realise that you can handle a lot, but not everything. And a lot of us Divine Feminines are handling life on our own, solo, no help or assistance from, I want to say, another human being as such. I'm not saying that there isn't divine assistance there, but actually in the physical, a lot of the Divine Feminines are dealing with life alone. Okay, so I want to see what the cards want to come out with today. I feel like I'm wanting to take a couple of days off. The energy has been intense. I actually felt like I wouldn't be doing much reading from books today, which we might end on a Mother Mary card. Okay. Lily's gone. Okay, darling. Let's just make sure this volume's up. It is. Let's have a look. And then all I could hear in my mind was a song, You Are Not Alone, I Am Here With You. And I want to say, well, some physical evidence of that would be nice, wouldn't it not, Divine Feminine? Let's have a look and see who's coming out on my table today. Divine Masculines, you best not be showing your face and want me to read your sad old story. Sorry, but oh, fuck. It's not all about you. Oh, look what we have here. All masculine energy. Okay. Guys, you do have to hang in there. Hang on in there. Hang on in there, baby. Hang on in there, darling. I'm gonna give you more than you ever think possible. Don't be afraid, baby. We're not afraid, okay? We're just tired. Divine Feminine's not afraid. We've got masculine completely over this table. So, thanks for the respect. Seriously, I'll read the story. We end with you, Divine Feminine. Apart from that, it's just masculines. Okay, 3 cards at the top there. They seem to have come out. Then we have 5 cards here. And then we have 2 cards. Why do I want to call it a 2-card brag? Is there a card game called that? 2-card brag. I don't know. But that's coming through. It sounds familiar. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, it's a 3-card brag. Ace, ace, ace. Brag. Brag is an 18th century British card game and the British national representative of the vying or bluffing family of gambling games. It is a descendant of the Elizabethan game of Primero, and one of the several ancestors to poker, the modern version just varying in better style and hand rankings. Random chance, medium. 2 upwards, players, 2 upwards. Skills required, counting. Origin, England. Deck, Anglo-American. Okay, where are we going to this? 3-card brag. Brag. I actually feel this energy of the divine masculine feeling as if the divine feminine like brags. And I wouldn't say it's a bragging. I would say it's more a joyous, let's enjoy life, let's make the most of every moment, let's appreciate all the beautiful things that we have. Like, very optimistic. It feels like it's a bit too optimistic for the masculine, and it's coming across as bragging. The divine feminines are no way in this world bragging. If they were, and I want to say maybe through their spiritual awakening, they're no longer doing that. So I actually felt like I wanted to say, so are you happy now? The divine feminine's life is not hunky-dory. Under no what? Degree. That's what wants to come out. Her life is not hunky-dory. She just doesn't complain and tries not to let herself drop so low. She tries not to let herself drop so low. It's quite depressing thinking that you might go through the rest of this life doing everything alone. But not that we're looking for compassion or anything, divine masculine. So we have, we show you guys compassion to the extreme. So let me talk you through these cards. Seven of Pentacles, waiting for your harvest to come in, no real reward coming in. Then we have the Six of Pentacles, that's about you giving and receiving so that you can actually receive a reward. You'll be rewarded for your efforts. Actually, what you're rewarded for is not so much your efforts as in how many jobs you have and how many hours you work. It's about your contribution. What are you actually contributing through that time of effort? Is it for the good of our world, or is it for selfish reasons? The Eight of Pentacles here, you can see there's a masculine here who is working on his pentacle. Doesn't feel very much like you're etching it out like you was yesterday. We kind of realised that you were etching God out. So your ego had to come in. Okay, your egos came in. Okay, you had a visit from your ego. So we have here a craftsman, as you can see, and he's working on his craft. What is it you're working on, divine masculine? Is it money? Is it furthering your career? And if it's not in alignment with the divine, as in here to uplift our world and to put a smile on people's faces, you will get paid. You will get pleasantly paid for just that role by uplifting the energy of our universe. Okay. Oh, of our universe. Okay. Ten of Cups, that's your happily ever after. We've got a Knight of Swords who's charging in, so it feels like there's a lot of forceful energy here, divine masculine, with you. There's an adamancy. It's not an act of redamancy, it's adamancy that you will control your own Ten of Cups, and you're charging after it. Wrong approach. You're now looking a little bit solemn. You've got this star in this lantern here. You're looking a bit solemn, holding your wand. Here you are again, holding your wand. King of Wands. What happened? And then you're here as the page. Temperance is balancing the masculine feminine energy within, and the Queen of Swords, she speaks the truth. And I haven't got a clue how I'm meant to make sense of this. And we have the Knight of Pentacles as the underlying energy. Okay. You want to look into your emotions? I will. I actually feel like scrapping this and starting again, because it's just like, listen, I need to revise the divine feminines. Oh, you're curious. In reverse. Well, I'm curious for the divine feminines, not so much about what you're doing, divine masculine. It's kind of, okay, it's a bit too much to take on now. Mischievous in reverse. Yeah, I don't feel it works anymore. It's not really a funny game. Whatever it is that you're doing behind the scenes, and you're flattered. No, I don't feel the divine feminine is flattered. Even though you may be curious what's going on, how curious are you? It feels very much like you want to know the secrets, But are you actually putting them into practice? Because the Divine Feminine is flattered, curious. I feel here there's this energy of the Divine Feminine not really even wanting to know what you're up to anymore. Okay. Sleepy. In reverse. So you've woke up. Well, congratulations. You've woke up. Congratulations. You should know what to do next then. If you've awoken, you'll know what to do. It might have taken you a long time. I've tried to give you loads of guidance here. Also, my tribe tried to guide you guys in the comments. And it's like we need to go within and find our own guidance. So I'm wrapping this up slightly. Come back another day. Might be best. Come back another day. Not today. Well, that's what happens when you behave sneaky. You're jealous. You're envious. You're judgmental. Okay, you're curious, but you know what curiosity done. Killed the cat. Okay, lovers. Telepathy. You were not alone. Okay, are you going to keep just chucking me out messages for the masculines? Let's have a look at the Channel of Love cards. There's been a, there's definitely something in the air. I know, because I done a bit of a check-in yesterday on what other readers were saying. You can tell just really by the titles of the videos. You normally find them under Twin Flames. I don't put Twin Flames in my title. I like my little collective we have here, this little home. So there's a lot of feminines that are feeling an anger and a rage, and the people that I've been speaking to as well. And also myself, it's kind of like, what the hell are we doing? Well, what are we doing? Should we have a look, Divine Feminines? Let's see if we can override the Divine Masculine's energy. Sex on legs. Fucking hell. It's like this life of celibacy. Sex on legs. Hidden secrets. Hello, Divine Masculine. I can do this. Mr. Know-It-All. Okay, well, like I said, you're awake. How am I going to get you off of this table? You want to know it all, but how you're going about finding that information is you're not going straight to the Divine Feminine. So, sex on legs, hidden secrets, I can do this. The Chariot card. Again, I'm still not feeling a Divine Feminine's energy. I am sorry, guys. I do try. Mother. Sex on legs. Do you know what's coming through? Being a MILF. It's just too funny. Relocation. Hidden secrets. And book. I can do this. Book. Give me the book. Oh, we've got some highlighted pages. We'll read those. But in carrying out my original motive, I happily hit upon a bigger and nobler motive. The motive of making men instead of making money. Do you know what we're trying to do as Divine Feminines? We're trying to make you guys into men, Divine Masculines, because our role is a Divine Feminine. Our role is to encourage you, inspire you. It's not our job to go out there and do all the hard grafting and all the work alone. Our role is to support a Divine Masculine who will then go on to be very successful, a genius. Okay. Let's read the, there's some more. All I've highlighted in, I'll read the whole paragraph, or two, or three. There's 3 paragraphs I need to read, but I am just going to read what I've actually highlighted, because they're just parts of sentences. So, but in carrying out my original motive, I happily hit upon a bigger and nobler motive, the motive of making men instead of making money. Okay, in the process of making money, the great need for better men. And above all, they must learn that there are riches vastly greater than any represented by material things. Woo, we're hitting on something today, aren't we? Let's listen to what the greats say if you want to view Andrew Carnegie and Napoleon Hill as being great leaders, teachers, mentors, successful men. Okay. So let's have a look at what Carnegie says. No, it is not. I don't know what he's referring to. Oh, okay. There's a motive here that we'll read this. Carnegie saying, this is where you are wrong. I do not have everything I wish. It is true I have more material riches than I need, as is evidenced by the fact I am giving my money away as rapidly as I can do so safely. But there is something I want more than all else, and it is an obsessional desire to provide the people of America with a safe and dependable philosophy by which they may acquire riches in their highest form, riches which will enable people to relate themselves to one another so that they may find peace of mind and happiness and joy in the responsibilities of life. My obsessional desire grew out of my experiences with people, through which I have learned of the great need for such a philosophy. It is the exception rather than the rule when I find a man who is trying to benefit himself without damaging others. On every hand, I see people unwisely trying to get something for nothing, although I know well enough that all they will get is grief and disappointment. My motive in helping to organise a dependable philosophy of individual achievement is the same as that which prompts some men to erect great monuments of stone to mark the spot where their earthly remains will finally rest. Monuments of stone crumble with time and go back to dust, but there is a type of monument which can be made eternal, and it will last as long as civilization itself. It is the monument a man may build in the hearts of his fellow men through some form of constructive service which benefits mankind as a whole. It is such a monument that I hope to build through your cooperation, and may I suggest that in helping me to build it, you may let it serve also as your own monument. So even Andrew Carnegie here, he needed Napoleon Hill to help him with this philosophy. I like that. Let's read that again. It is such a monument that I hope to build through your cooperation, and may I suggest that in helping me to build it, you may let it serve also as your own monument. Hill, I see your point, Mr. Carnegie. What was your motive was that your motive at the outset of your career? No, it was not. In the beginning, I was motivated by a desire for self-expression and the desire for financial influence with which to make that impression widespread in its influence. But in carrying out my original motive, I happily hit upon a bigger and nobler motive, the motive of making men instead of making money. I caught the vision of that greater motive as a result of my having discovered, in the process of making money, the great need for better men. If civilization is to evolve to still higher standards of living, or hold even the gains it has made, men must be taught higher standards of human relationship than those which now prevail. And that is why we put so much effort on you, Divine Masculine. Okay. We're here to help you to work in cooperation with each other. Okay. And above all, they must learn that there are riches vastly greater than any represented by material things. The need for this wider vision is sufficient to challenge even the greatest of men. It was this challenge to which I responded when my obsessional motive became that of giving the people a sound philosophy of individual achievement. Okay. I don't feel like I want to use the Rider-Waite cards. It's like, give a girl a break. Need to be in the business of not making businesses, but of making people. Not building businesses, building people. It's about making someone. It's about building them up. Why do you build me up? I think it's build me up. Buttercup baby, just to let me down. Worst of all. I don't know what's worst of all. Okay, we might read from this one. Shadows or... The shadows. We're just in the shadows, aren't we? The Oracle of Shadows and Light. So hopefully you really have grasped the concept that it takes one hell of a woman to be the back of a divine masculine. And that's what us feminines have been working on. And also within that book, it states a lot about it's the woman behind the scenes. She doesn't have to be like massively front stage there. It would be nice, I believe, that if we can build this new earth with power couples equal. And also because I've been watching the Rocky movies with my daughter, and we've done all 5 now. She actually said to me on the last one, because in the 5th one, Adrian had died. Okay, she had died of cancer, and Rocky, you could still see, was totally and utterly besotted with her. That was his true love. And all through the films, I should say, it points out the connection that they have. And when things weren't stable between them, Rocky couldn't function. It was always after Adrian's kind of encouragement, giving him the go-ahead, that in comes that, I suppose, the power, the third energy that's created by true love. And it was actually my daughter, she said to me, she said, Mum, but it mentions it's like at the beginning of the movie. And I said, when people look at Rocky as being just like a boxing movie, do they even realise about the love story? The great love story that's wrote within that script. Anyway, we've got card number 11. Dried Flower Fairy, Sweet Memories. Let's read about the Dried Flower Fairy. Excuse me. This darling little fairy just loves to collect memories and to treasure them, wearing them as garlands, their sweet, faded fragrance reminding her of happy times. She helps you by collecting all your happy, sweet memories and keeping them from fading too. She has wings that resemble the wonderful monarch butterfly, which is renowned for the vast distances it can travel. So these memories may be of very long ago, down through the ages, but they are still able to fly to you and reach you with their message of love and sweetness, wherever you currently find yourself. When you experience a difficult and challenging time, the Dried Flower Fairy flies to your side, shows you a moment that you had forgotten, and magically the present moment transforms. You will always have her with you, most especially in the times when those sweet memories, when those sweet moments seem furthest away. She will come to you and she will remain with you. Expect calls out of the blue, bumping into old friends, a photograph of a loved one, or a reminder of happiness coming to you in other sweet and serendipitous ways. Let's see what the Dried Flower Fairy wants to say. I feel like she's actually speaking. I do feel like she's actually speaking to the Divine Masculine. But then it kind of contradicts itself, because I had the message, you are not alone, I am here with you. So there is this constant reminder for the Divine Feminine. She's trying to like latch onto all those happy memories, and even the ones, you know, yours. So that when you're fading, and you're fading fast, Divine Masculine, you can have this injection of them, this infusion of all these happy, sweet memories. So the dry flower fairy speaks. I was tempted to hold her down, but we're still going to keep her held up. Do you remember that time when you played with the fairies in the garden? Do you remember when your imaginary friend was more real than your own parents? What about the first time you ever noticed your shadow quivering in the light, swam in the sparkling sea, held hands or exchanged glances with someone you liked more than just friends? When you were given a gift for no reason, hugged by a friend, had a perfect day, found messages from angels in the clouds? You seem to have forgotten all the precious moments, so I've been busy gathering them up for you. I now return them to you. So your sadness can be transformed. Let happiness, bliss and gifts for no reason become possibilities you believe in again. And when I see you smile and treasure a moment from the past in the present, I know my work has been done. But it feels very much, Divine Masculine, as if you won't even allow yourself to remember these sweet memories. It feels like it's all become a bit tainted. The memories are fading. It feels like you forgot those moments that you did spend with your Divine Feminine. Okay. Let's read the divination message. You may soon be experiencing little reminders of some of the sweetest, most fun and uplifting times in your life, the kind that have no great significance historically. But in the story that is your life, they are pivotal moments. It could be seeing a rainbow, a star shining, or a photograph of your father holding you closely in his arms, or receiving the knowledge and sudden realisation that something you did made a large and meaningful difference to someone else's life. You have so many jewels, it's time to sift through the precious moments in memory, and by honouring these and feeling them again, change the present for the better. The magic of your sweetest memories will be worked into the present moment, and your current struggle will be momentarily relieved, and that transcendent feeling of being one with all, that is, will return, giving you the strength to go on and do what must be done. So there could also be a bombardment, Divine Feminine, here, of you actually being sent lots of reminders. There's no getting away from the story, is there? I've kind of shown you that on camera. No matter how much I want to have a clean slate, wipe the table clean, up it pops again. Up it pops again. Let's get a Chakra Wisdom Oracle card. I said I wasn't reading from the book. Yeah, wow. I lie. You say you're going to move on. Forget about it. Let it go. Yeah, well. Seems that we lie. I want to say, you know the phrase when you say, God knows I've tried. Yeah, God knows I've tried. And what remains? It's just these sweet memories of the sweetest moments with your divine counterpart. That's what seems to remain. And there's this energy of actually solitude. So not actually being able to speak these, like to kind of say to your, it's definitely one thing that I miss. Because I've had so much awakening, and I haven't spoke to my Divine Masculine in such a long time. Like, I don't even know how long, 2 years, I believe. And I've had no contact, no message or anything for about 1.5 years. So it really is kind of, God knows, I've tried to, like, do we say get over this, move on? But I miss that. Not having, I feel like I've lost so many people during this journey that actually, who do I even talk to about anymore? About, you know, times of the past, who can you ever laugh with someone that actually was there. So that's one thing that I do miss, is not being able to reminisce old times, recall them, especially with the person. I mean, if they're still alive, it would be nice, wouldn't it? To be able to recall the happy moments that you guys have spent together. It's just a sad situation, isn't it? Really. Wisdom. Okay. Let's have a look at wisdom. Straight from the heart. The sage. Wisdom is knowing the difference between a calculated risk and stupidity. I actually feel like, Divine Masculine, you could be this young sagebrush here, the sage. One day, a young sagebrush asks his grandfather how to grow old with wisdom. The elder answers, "We must learn from our mistakes. Before you worry about something, ask yourself if it will be important in the future. Enjoy your present form, as we all change with time." Inspiration. Is there some wise counsel that you have sought only to ignore it? Are you trying to do things alone? A solution may come from those more experienced than yourself. Stay in the present moment and do not let your thoughts jump ahead. I feel that's a real strong message for you, Divine Feminine. Look what you have, what you're birthing here. New Earth. And then you have some kind of, I don't know, they look like mothballs. When your clothes have been hung up too long and the moths have got to them. Okay. Unless you're becoming a holy one. Your clothes are all holy now. You're becoming a holy one. So a solution may come from those more experienced than yourself. I actually feel like this is the Divine Feminine. Her intelligence. I'm sorry, because I'm kind of like swapping. Listen, let's just get this reading done, okay? When it says, are you trying to do things alone? Are we trying to do things alone? I don't really feel that we have an option. It's just, we've asked for help. We've asked for assistance. That's been turned down. Okay, there is no help or assistance that's really come to help the Divine Feminine in the physical. So are we trying to do things alone? I feel that the Divine Feminine just is very, like I say, drop that attachment. It's not that we don't feel connected to spirit. It's just like, is that all that there is? Who do we get to create memories with? Then future memories if we're just alone. A solution may come from those more experienced in yourself. Stay in the present moment and do not let your thoughts jump ahead. Personal inquiry, do I go with my heart or against it? Am I ready to live in leadership? I was having a conversation with a couple of Divine Feminines yesterday. And it's like, we're not going anywhere. We know what we've got to do. We know that we are a Divine Feminine and we know we will attract a Divine Masculine and we know the attributes of Divine Masculine will hold, and also how brightly he will shine and how successful and inspirational he will be, not only to the Divine Feminine but also to the world, to himself as well. He's going to he'll shock the pants off himself, okay, if he allows himself to settle down. Is the Divine Masculine ready to settle down? Well, it depends what on earth he's actually settling for at the moment. So, personal inquiry. Do I go with my heart or against it? Am I ready to live in leadership? Key ideas, wise counsel, focused energy, honouring yourself, contribution, being chosen, contentment and transformation. Keywords, maturity, tranquility and support. Let's do this meditation, guys. Imagine yourself at a huge campfire. The great servant approaches and his energy radiates towards you. He speaks to you not with words but with energy. Allow the wisdom of the message to reach you. When you have received the message, the great servants will depart. When you are ready, come back to your reality. What was his message? You are not alone. I am here with you. I seriously asked, before I went to bed last night, I was like chatting. I realised I was chatting. And I was asking for help and assistance. And the message that come through was just carry on doing what you're doing. Lucy, you serve all the time for the highest good of all. And it was just like carry on doing what you're doing. But I can have a little break. I'm sure that's in the contract. Okay, so the message was for me just to carry on. Keep on keeping on, Divine Feminines. Okay. Mermaids and dolphins, apparently. See what the mermaids and dolphins want to say. Wait. Yeah, and I spoke to someone about this yesterday. I said to them, we were told to wait. We've got to wait. This is all that keeps coming up, is like, wait. Don't be too hasty, Divine Feminines. It's like, you do have a role in this, and so does the Divine Masculine. Okay? So it's very much about you keeping your vibrational alignment still high, enjoy, but take some time to retreat. You can see and understand why this has been so draining on the Divine Feminine. We're trying to build up Divine Masculines here. Okay. So wait. Don't rush into action right now. Bide your time for better results. Let's read this again. We shall reinforce the message for the Divine Feminines. If you take action now, you'll miss a window of opportunity that's coming up for you shortly. Don't worry, you'll know in your heart and gut when the moment arrives. In the meantime, it's important to meditate and make sure that your breathing is deep and frequent. Often we hold our breath or experience shortened breath during stressful periods. And this is one thing, the temperature in my head has been rising. I mean, I don't wear a mask, so I'm not going to put it down to that, although if I do put a mask on, the temperature rises really quickly. It's very suffocating under there. But often we hold our breath. I've been working on my breath work. I've been working on trying to lower my temperature because it feels like there's this boiling rage going on inside the mind. And it's just not like me. It doesn't feel like me. Okay. So you're also on the verge of receiving new information that will alter the course of action you plan to take, leading you in a more positive direction. By waiting, the outcome will be much more enjoyable than if you took action without this added information. Affirm, I have infinite patience and I am divinely directed to always be in the right place at the perfect time. Okay, Divine Feminines. I felt as if there's no get out of jail free card today for you. Okay, the faces, I know. This. It's cool because it's all feminines now. Look, I feel we've hopefully got some clarity just from this. I just thought the book brought it in perfectly. From this 11 card here, Dried Flower Fairy, being a bit dried up, all our sweet memories are fading. Patience, well there it is. Patience, guys. Not sure what else to say to you apart from patience. Patience and leadership, happiness, and keep going forward. Keep on keeping on. Should we read about this dense fog? Water represents our emotions, our feelings, our subconscious and our nocturnal dreams. When the water becomes condensed as fog, we can't see clearly. Fog occurs when the air is cooled to the point at which it cannot hold all the water vapour it contains. Thus, it condenses water vapour where it is suspended in the air as fog. We can't see what's ahead, and things that look one way in the fog will look another way in the light. However, when you can't perceive what's on the horizon in life, your imagination can surge forward and your sixth sense can be ignited. So this is why we're not really seeing what's on the horizon, Divine Feminine, for us. Our sixth sense can be ignited if you are willing to tap into it and actually listen to what Divine is telling you what's going on. The sacred landscape wants you to know, in dense fog it's best to be quiet and still, For now, don't go forward. Wait. It's hard to see what lies ahead, and things may not be as they seem. Things that seem one way may in fact be completely different. Be patient, the truth will emerge. In this state of obscured visibility, your imagination and intuition can be sparked. If you can wait long enough, your dreams and inner yearnings can come to fruition. Listen to your intuition and pay attention to those seemingly random thoughts. A lot of divine feminines are dropping off. They're done. I don't know what will happen. I don't know what that means for them. I just want to know the meaning for myself, and to know not to kind of sway off course. It's a tasty meal. It's going to be delivered. Looks like sex on legs. We have the Mother card here. So we are going to get a Mother Mary card. I feel I'm going to do that now and wrap this reading up. And I suppose I'll see you guys when I see you guys. I don't know when that will be. When I'm drawn to come on and give a message. Might be tomorrow, might not. Actually feels like it's the weekend now. So, is it Monday? Have we had the weekend? Well, I'm going to make this my weekend. It's the weekend. Okay, let's have the weekend off. Okay, let's end with a Mother Mary card, guys. And I think you will appreciate how this reading's come out and why I just kind of want to get the message out and just leave it be. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles. This is perfect. There's a hair stuck in this card. Our Lady of Passion. You should actually vest in here. Okay. You're not wrong, Divine Feminine, in where your passion lies. So don't question that, okay? Don't question your role. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles, card number 11. I picked up on this 11 card, so there is the 1111 here. Okay, let's see how the Divine Mother's going to help us out with sex on legs. Divine delivery to your door. Divine delivery of a delicious dinner. Sex on legs here. Okay. Let's read this message. Love seeks to manifest through you as you. It is not only your spirit that is to be blessed by love, but your body and your life too. And that's good to hear, guys. Because I spoke about it's not only your spirit that's going to be blessed by love, but also your body and your life too. Got to hang on in there, guys. Wait. You are meant to live a reality of divine love. You are meant to experience the presence of the divine in everyday life. Your spiritual life and material existence are not destined to be separate, but rather are to be united, enhancing each other, infusing each other with love in sacred relationship. That's it. That will do the job. Oh, that hair's still hanging on me. Okay. So your spiritual life and material existence are not destined to be separate, but rather are to be united, enhancing each other, infusing each other with love in sacred relationship. My miracles are not limited to the world of spirit. They manifest in the material world as signs that divine love is alive in the here and now. Will you be a willing channel for my miraculous manifestations? Oh, go on then. We keep on keeping on. Will you be a willing channel? Yes, of course. There's no question for the true divine feminines. They know that whatever lies ahead for them, they're still here to uplift and encourage human mankind. We may think of miracles as special, out of the ordinary occurrences, yet Mother Mary teaches us that the miraculous is meant to happen every day. It already does. If only we had the eye of the heart open enough to see it, we would be sent into states of rapture at how marvellous divine creation is, at how extraordinary is the creativity that unfolds in every moment of our lives, and how miraculous intervention happens through divine grace. Subtly and yet inevitably, grace brings this person and that person together. It weaves this synchronicity into that, which leads to another amazing moment of creation. Endlessly, the miracles of creation build upon each other in exquisite patterns of divine love simply happening. We can be fearful of not being in control of it, of not knowing how it is going to work itself out, or if we can be in awe and trust and choose to surrender into the flow of the Mother's grace. So vast is the scale of divine intelligence unfolding in perfect plan upon the earth, our minds might become overwhelmed and challenged by what is essentially unfathomable to anything other than the trusting heart that needs no explanation. No matter how we choose to look at things or respond, life itself, including the miraculous manifestations of the Divine Mother, continues. This oracle, however, brings to you a special task, if you are willing to accept it. Listen up then. This task is to become a sacred vessel through which the miracles of the Mother can be made manifest. Throughout history, there are stories of ordinary people who were asked by Mother Mary to perform some task or other. These tasks were not impossible, but were challenging because they asked each individual to put more faith in her will prevailing. Okay. So these tasks were not impossible, but were challenging because they asked each individual to put more faith in her will prevailing than in their fears, and the fears of those around them, even if they couldn't see how that could be possible. These people became known as saints, but they began just as you and I, ordinary people living their lives, with a love for the Holy Mother and a desire to be open to the miraculous. To fulfil the task that the Mother will ask of you, whether you know what it is right now or have no idea whatsoever as yet, you'll need to have courage. Courage will help you trust your heart as you sense her task for you. It might be a seemingly small task, such as planting a garden of flowers on your front lawn, which will benefit those who pass by. It might be a large task, such as speaking the truth in a relationship, where you might fear that in doing so, you will lose the relationship. It might be to write a book, or to come out of the spiritual closet, so to speak. It might be to pray for someone who hurt you, and to ask for forgiveness for them. It might be to love yourself enough to say no to a relationship that is not right for you, even if there is love there. It might be to move to another place where your light is needed, even if you do not understand that at the time. It might be to support a cause that stirs your heart, or to go to a spiritual class or workshop, or to set some boundaries between you and family members who ask too much of you. Courage will also help us trust in her as we carry out her task. It is through our efforts in carrying out the task asked of us that we empower her to help us. It is difficult to help someone who won't help themselves. We have to give to receive, and as we receive, we are empowered to give. We need to have courage to start the cycle without trying to control it. We need courage to accept the help offered and to keep going. Our Lady of Manifest Miracles wants her presence felt and her plan of love carried out through each one of us in the physical world, and that includes you. This oracle brings a special message also, that it is time now to put your spiritual principles to the test. It is time to rely on them completely as a way to live and move in the world. It is not only safe to do this, but the only way to really allow her miraculous love to manifest through you. Doing this will mean that all that is destined to be born through you this lifetime can then be. You are being blessed by the Holy Mother, empowered by her, and asked to trust completely in her grace. Let's do this healing process and affirmation, guys. Okay, imagine red roses are blooming around your feet. They release a subtle fragrance and their petals seem soft like velvet. The goosebumps I've got are insane. Love bumps. Love bumps. At the centre of each rose, at the centre of each red rose, a golden light shines, releasing radiant bursts of energy. Every burst of energy is a miracle of the Divine Mother taking place. The miracles bring solutions to impossible problems, healing in body and relationships, a windfall, a miraculous discovery, a finding of what was thought lost, a meeting of a soulmate, a path of light through the darkness bestowed. Her endless miracles manifest again and again. You then become aware that you are standing at the centre of a large red rose, with soft velvet petals beneath your feet, and you are bathed with golden light. You are a living miracle of the Divine Mother made manifest. Say this prayer. Holy Mother, Our Lady of Miracles manifesting, I surrender myself to your grace, to your will, and to your divine plan of love. I ask that you happen through me. May I be a channel for your miracles of grace and healing in this world. May my life be spiritually fulfilled, that I may bring more of your light to the world through your holy grace. So be it. Just rest for a moment, for as long as feels good, and complete your session with the following affirmation. Okay, I'm allowed to complete the session now. Mother Mary, manifest her miracles through me, as I unconditionally accept and celebrate her graceful presence in my body, mind, and soul. Let's repeat this affirmation. Mother Mary manifests her miracles through me as I unconditionally accept and celebrate her graceful presence in my body, mind, and soul. Divine Feminines, you've got this. You've got this. Okay. That was a pretty awesome reading in the end. Okay. It definitely helped to raise my vibration. It's 11 o'clock on the dot. Huh? Okay, we've got one that wants to be seen. Be there for others, but never leave yourself behind. Wow, big message. Oh, we've got 2 piles. Okay. There's 4 cards on each. Tomorrow, you will be unstoppable. Rest up, Divine Feminines, wait. Take the day off, if you like. It's nice and early for me to have my reading out, so it's going to feel like I have the whole day off. Okay, so tomorrow you will be unstoppable. The best and most beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They can only be felt. And this is what the Divine Mother's asking you to do. Feel her love, her grace, and her miraculous miracles manifesting through you, Divine Feminine. You are that channel. Your life is but one big adventure. Don't feel guilty about being so excited, okay, and keeping your levels high and always being joyous and positive. Being happy doesn't mean being perfect. Yeah, Divine Masculines, you really need to get a grip of this one. We're not perfect, but we do try our best to be happy, to put our happy on each and every day. Let's look at this side. Aspire to inspire. Stepping into that leadership role. Nothing can dim the lights which shine from within. Today is a new day. Yes, it is. And then we have, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Okay, guys. Have yourself a fantastic weekend. It's the weekend. It's Monday, but listen. In my mind, it's the weekend. Okay. While everyone else is out there with the Monday madness, you chill out, Divine Feminine. You chill out. Okay. Guys, I will catch up with you soon. So make sure you're shining bright. Okay. Do you take on this task of the Divine Mothers? And, okay, we'll catch up soon and see what message wants to come out then. Let's allow this energy just to settle in a little bit. Okay. Much love. Take care. Bye for now.